Hello everyone, myself Supriya. In first tutorial, we are going to see about UDS and basics of UDS. So let's start. So what is UDS? So UDS stands for Unified Diagnostic Services. Basically, it's a process of verification, understanding the issues and monitoring the health of the system. So in automotive system, diagnostic plays a very important role to identify and resolve the faults in the vehicle. So as you know, in vehicles there are so many issues present. So in ordinary car also contain more than 30 ECUs. So it is important to understand which ECU is sending the errors and how to identify and how to fix that error. So for that this diagnostic comes into the picture. So there are so many car manufacturers in the world. So there should be some standard format where a generic tool can communicate all type of car manufacturers and understand the errors and also check the health of the vehicle. So for that SAE is Society of Automotive Engineers. They come up with the standard tester communication language which is comes under ISO 14229 standard. So what this standard contains, so here you can see this is a tester who is sending which is communicate through the CAN network to the vehicle. So this tester can communicate all type of ECUs in the vehicle. So now we will see what is the type of diagnostic. So diagnostic comes under two types. One is onboard diagnostic and offboard diagnostic. So what is onboard diagnostic? So onboard diagnostic is vehicle's inbuilt self-diagnostic system which can report the error instantly to the driver. So if vehicle is in running condition and if any error comes, then it will report instantly to the owner in terms of MIL. It's called as a malfunction indicators. So it reports error related to emission ECUs, power transmission, and also along with the instant reporting, it will store that error with specific error codes called as a diagnostic trouble codes. So this is called as onboard diagnostic, and the protocol used in onboard diagnostic is a OBD2. So now what is the offboard diagnostic? So upboard diagnostic is a system where instant reporting of error will not happen. But if any error comes in a vehicle, it will stored into the memory of ECU as an error code, and later by sending the request from tester, ECU will respond and reports the error. So UDS comes under offboard diagnostic category because here to understand the fault, first tester has to send the request to the ECU, and depending upon the request ECU will respond. So this is called as a offboard diagnostic. So now we will see what are the addressing modes used. So first is a physical addressing. So when tester want to send request to the single ECU, then this is called as a physical addressing. So physical addressing is point-to-point communication. So here is a tester. It is sending the request to a single ECU, and that ECU only will respond to the tester. So next is a functional addressing. So functional addressing is called when tester send the request to the multiple ECUs. So this is one to many communication. So it's like broadcasting the message to communicate all the ECU present in the vehicle. So tester will communicate with all the ECUs or the multiple ECUs. So this is called as a functional addressing. Now we will see the terms which is used in the UDS. So here we are having the tester, which is also called as a client, and the ECU, or also called as a server. Why tester is called as a client? Because tester always initiate and send the request to the server, and ECU or a server, it will respond to the request message, and depending upon that particular request it will provide service to the tester. So ECU is called as a server and tester is called as a client. So this is called as a message oriented or client server protocol. So now what ISO 144 standard gives us? So this will give us what are the standard services available. As you know, this is a generic protocol, so there should be some format, right? to communicate all type of ECU. So these all are documented under the standard. So what should be the format of request message, what should be the format of response message, and how to handle the services and identify the faults. So what the request message can do? So the tester can send the request message to the ECU to read some data, to write some data, or also tester can perform some test in the ECU and also request the result of that test and upload the software into the ECU. So to perform this all type of request and responses, there is some fixed format or a generic format is given under the standard. Okay, so in next tutorial we will see what request message does, format of a request message, format of a response message, along with the positive response and negative response. So thanks guys for watching. We'll see in next tutorial. Bye.